A ti se le queda esa don't think she believes me. I try and tell her how lucky I really am. But I think she thinks I'm like, no, I'm really not. That's only 1.6 now. Sweet. Practically there. Uphill. Only 5,000 steps. And I mean steps. Hey, George, do you want me to hold your hand? I appreciate it. Just that last little bit of... Just that little bit of assistance. Do we have to buy a ticket somewhere? No. No food or plastic bags.
You're right, it's an 800. Yeah, really.
Yeah, it'd be up.
Yeah, let's think about it. No one's ever going to... Boy, sit there.
Nobody's going to believe you walk 1.6 kilometres.
When exactly? Okay, you ready? You ready? Standing there.
Better than
Hey,
How's it going?
you made it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad that you said about going left instead of right before we've been there for a long
Yeah.
time.
No problem.
真抓着我，真抓着我。
放到那边再去。
好的，就跟他妈妈在那里。
をお持ちの駐車券をお取りください。場内の案内表示に従ってご利用ください。
Central Heating couldn't.
Đây đi được. Rồi, đường nó thẳng đây. Đường thẳng lên đấy. meddele dem nogle foreløbige ting. Jeg får simpelthen ikke lidt på sidemarken, og får bare sådan.
The difference with this one in Kumamoto is inside it's like a modern.
Nu kommer der altså en seriøs en bag dig. 車も撮りたいよ。